What's good, YouTube? And welcome to Presale Review Revenge of Tier 0. They have their presales up now, and they're beating Gamer's Choice on a good amount of cards, while Gamer's Choice does win out on other cards. And the big topic of the day for this set is definitely Dragon Master of Magia. Despite that card, I still really like this set. I think it does something for everybody. It tries to maybe reestablish some faith in collectibles with Magia, but also having Alter Arts locked in a quarter century secret rare is probably how you should be doing it. Not in gold rare and when do we get the secret, but putting it in 25th and then asking, well, when can we get this? Easy access is a great way to actually debut that. And then when it comes down to it, you have tons of casual bait. You have competitive impacts with Ubel being full power for the WCQ. This set also brings legacy support to some very loved lore lines in the dual terminal series. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get into some prices slash ratios. We assume there's 25 quarter century secret rares via the formula, and when we actually divide that by the 4 per box, you're looking at Dragon Master of Magia being in every 6 1/4 cases. That is much harder to get than 10,000 Dragon, although 10,000 Dragon just has this full-on legacy to itself. But debuting a Blue Eyes collectible that is actually a multi-negate a turn this way, it's going to be interesting to see where that goes. And that's why I said I felt like 300 was actually probably cheap for early on. And now Gamer's Choice is selling out towards 500. One is sold on TCG Player around 400, and the lowest listings are 600 over there. And then I believe just under 500 Tier 0 sold out for now. They should be relisting quantities, and Tier 0 usually doesn't put their prices up any versus their initial. They just restock. Code What's Good 5 for 5% off, and to support the channel directly will work here in Gamer's Choice as we go through the prices. Their Phantom of Ubel is just slightly cheaper, $25 cheaper. I think this is inflated in price though, because when I pull up the other battles to see the top end is towards 200, Dragon Master of Magia will be its own beast, yet it will also lend itself to the set. But you gotta remember, Monstrous Revenge as a box didn't do well, so its EVP estimated value pulled is going to be down versus what people are chasing out of here, in my opinion. And we also have a meta backing card and fan favorite in the Ubel within this set. So I think that this sealed will act different, maybe even succeed right out the gate, and then you're going to see a lot of chasing for certain things in here. The Sky Strikers are in big demand. I believe the Ray was a little cheaper over here than Gamers Now had it. Well, they're both sold out at the moment. The Rose is cheaper over on Gamer's Choice for now. And then we do see just a bunch of quarter century secret rares. They're all going to be in that between $100 to $50 price. They have Jasmine a little cheaper than Gamers. Phantom Ubel, $1 whole cheaper. Again, Tier 0 is EU print for those chasing that though. And Harp Horror is nice to actually see get that recognition after all of its time on the list. Past that, we're going to get out of the quarter century secret rares here, and it's going to start with the spiritual beast slash ritual beast. You have Infernoid Evil. I think this is just barely cheaper than Gamers, if I recall. When it comes down to it, yeah, 15 and 15, and you have 13 and 13. Then we have the Ritual Beast Inheritance, Curry Divine Carnate at 7 seems a little high to me. Substitute, I get why. I believe that could be an $8 card, especially if it's shorted and we don't know ratios at this moment. But Curry Kara seems a bit high considering the OG secret was already down towards 12, so this seems inflated to me. I always give my honest opinion with pre-sales, by the way. That's why I tell you things I wouldn't be buying during them, and then things that I personally like, but I can still be wrong. I can still not be on the dollar, and that's why it's speculation at best how these things are going to fall out. With pre-sales in specific, they're trying to chop up estimated value pulled to make that guaranteed profit and a margin, and then some of the high-end stuff will end up costing a good bit more, while other things are going to cost much less, and that is a large chunk of the set. So when you get that, I gotta have it feeling, do assess what are people truly going to be after when this opens? And for me, over time, that's stuff like Snatch Steal, actually. It mixes into pass format. Oil is another card that I felt was underestimated maybe early in pre-sales. It's 6 here now. I don't know if the price is up over here. It's still 5. I feel like that's a card that could be another one that ends up underestimated, but maybe my player brain's not matching market brain right. So when it comes down to these pre-sales, do shop with a grain of salt and a bit of patience and ask yourself, what do I think could actually go up versus these prices, rather than am I just overestimating it a little bit? Dragon Master of Magia again, kind of sick that they did it to it, but on paper, Konami's kind of smart for it. Nightmare Throne, we talked about it yesterday, immediately went up on the U-Bell reveals, and the quarter century secret rare has also gone that direction, now over $200 with sales in the range, and the lowest listings are $220. Cross Sheep has every single version going up. It is also played in U-Bell as I understand it. I personally need to sit down and watch some U-Bell matches, but the secret rare is what I've liked for a long time. I've said it's a penny stonk for a good while, and here it finally goes stonking a good degree towards $350. I don't really understand this one. Ritual Beast Ulti Gaia Lapelio, as well as Ritual Beast Ulti Falcos, they're both in the set here, yet they're skyrocketing and getting bought out in the past couple days. So that one's interesting to me. Let me know in the comment section down below if you know why that is, but definitely interesting to watch the ultra rare be so low quantity and such a high crazy price. I understand the ultimate rare on this card certainly being max rarity and exciting, but not too sure on that ultra rare. Now, what did not get reprinted is Ritual Beast Tamer Elder. It is way up there in price, absolutely going nuts towards 17. I told y'all I would be getting this one earlier when it was towards $3 and people were lagging, and here we are. Now, what I didn't expect as much, Ritual Beast Tamer Lara to be skipped when she has that new version, and here she starts to go way up in price very fast too. Let's find the lowest near mints if we can get our internet to work while filming. We'll come back to that one. The Black Goat Laughs is up in price. It's being teched in. It reminds me a lot of Breakthrough Skill in certain aspects and applications to the game. It is around $25 to $26 now, and people are teching it into multiple decks. And here we go. Yeah, it's around $3. That's what I expected for Lara. Terraforming Quarter Century Secret Rare is up, but I noticed every single holo version of this seems to be going up. If you click either Secret Rare from Kaiba Collection or Battles of Legend Monster's Revenge, it's been going up somewhat consistently. You can still get them around $2 to $3, but be aware, the graph, they're all trending up on the holographics, but the Quarter Century Secret Rare has especially skyrocketed. The only one coming down really is the Ulti, which is still up in the graph, but versus actual past sales, it did feel a bit down to me earlier. I guess I'm just boomering out here like I did with Snatch Steal in the other video. Yeah, towards 85, 86 is actually up. There we go. Yeah, I knew it was in the 120s not too long ago, but I guess I hadn't peaked in super recently when it dipped all the way to 60, half of that price. So I didn't fully boomer out there like I did with Snatch Steal, okay? And then finally, Elemental Hero Liquid Soldier OG Ultra Rares are going up. A lot of people are saying first ed OG or bust with cards. I don't think that rule is for everything. I think the secret rare looks a heck of a lot better. I do get that duelist packs, especially legendary duelists, have this air around them where, not the new ones that should just be titled duelist pack, but those first 6 to 7, including Rage of Ra, where you have these cards and they got really expensive out of the duelist packs, and people might go back towards the nostalgia of the Ultra, but I don't think that's the case for every single one like this. The secret was ahead a good bit for a while for a reason, and it just looks really good. So my preference is personally the secret, but in this buyout mode, it is passing it for now. Let me know what you think about that comparison personally, because I go back and forth on it sometimes with certain cards, like the Ancient Gear Fusion, actually, specifically. It's an interesting one because I also really like its secret rare, but the OG Ultra Rare is undeniable for what it was in the past, and they go back and forth too, and you can see those listings are a lot lower than the secrets too. The cards exist at least, and you can make that argument, right, for Champion Pack, Tournament Packs, and their air, well, there's less of them than those OG prints, even though a super is under a secret. But for these cards in specific, I really like how the secret rares turned out, but that's just me. Thanks for watching today's Market Watch. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy these conversations and looks. And again, I like to give both sides when it comes to stuff like this. I do get why people are going for those first ed ultra rares, especially out of Ancient Millennium. That's a very pricey pack when it comes down to it. So EVP, it makes sense people want to push that up because there ain't a lot of it in there.